You don't see Jews going and shooting up Muslims. I do not see Jews in America saying they don't want to be here. America is bad. They hate America. Death to America. You don't see them in the middle of the street with the yarmulke on trying to take over. I want to say something, but I'm trying to be a good Christian. They're just, I don't know. Let me not say that word. They're spending all of their time hating Jews and overlooking the elephant in the room.
Every conservative in the U.S. must watch Officer Tatum expose Tucker Carlson.
What you're watching now, attacking millions of Americans because they're Muslims? It's disgusting. You should not attack people on those grounds, and you're seeing it from Republicans. What the hell are you doing? Sorry. I feel like people who try to tell the truth are rewarded for it because there have been too many lies. So my bottom line advice, I could give you other dumb advice, but my only real advice is just tell the truth always.
Like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notifications. Anytime I go live and make a video, let's get into this. Let's get to Tucker Carlson real quick, and then I'm gonna explain the reason why, and you guys can probably tell why I went in a different direction with my speech. But let's get to Tucker Carlson real quick, because I've been wanting to slap Tucker Carlson's speech down for a long time, and I'm not going to play the whole thing. Y'all can watch it. I'm just going to play a couple clips of Tucker Carlson. Let's roll the first clip.
Most people agree with that. Most Americans have more in common with each other than they disagree on. And almost everybody agrees on that. And almost everybody is willing to tolerate a good faith argument about how to get there. Except a few. And they're the ones running around calling everyone an anti-Semite. But everyone else is like, yeah, of course, that should be the debate. And they'll vote for you. They want that because they know they haven't had that. That's the fact. And what you're watching now, attacking millions of Americans because they're Muslims? It's disgusting. And I'm a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I know there's a lot of effort to claim I'm a secret jihadi. I'm not. You should not attack people on those grounds. And you're seeing it from Republicans. What the hell are you doing? What you're doing is trying to divide the country. And I've lived through 50 years of this crap. All these fake race wars that they're always promoting. Oh, go hate each other while we loot the treasury. That's exactly what's going on. And most people are totally sick of that. So, yes, there is a possibility for a huge coalition of decent people once they free their minds from the traps set for them by others and realize, wait a second, we all want to make this country better. And the 15% or 30% who don't, okay. You know, good luck in Maryland or wherever you wind up. But the rest of us would like to fix it.
Now, this guy, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong or if you find a clip, I have not heard him critique Islam at all. I have not heard him say or mention the Christians that are getting killed by these jihadist Muslims in Nigeria. Maybe it's out there, but I don't see him with the same fervor mentioning any of these things. Why not, Tucker? Why are you trying to chastise people claiming that they're just going after American citizens for no reason? What are you smoking, bruh? People aren't just saying, we hate Muslims. I don't know a person on our side that's even saying that. It's that the ideology of Islam is a problem. It's a problem. This guy spends majority of his time talking about Jews and crying about us giving money to Israel when these jihadists are doing terrorist attacks. And they're trying to do it here. The only reason they haven't taken over the West in its totality is because, especially in America, we have the FBI, investigatory bodies that thwart these things. There are terrorists in our country right now that are trying to kill everybody. And those terrorists are not Jews. You go to Australia, shooting up Jews at a festival, at a celebration. You don't see Jews going and shooting up Muslims. Like, I'm gonna try not to lament on this, but I'm sick of this stuff. These same people, like Tucker and others, spend all of their time just, I want to say something, but I'm trying to be a good Christian. They're just, I don't know. Let me not say that word. They're spending all of their time hating Jews and overlooking the elephant in the room. I do not see Jews in America saying they don't want to be here. America is bad. They hate America. Death to America. You don't see them in the middle of the street with the yarmulke on trying to take over. Where is there a city where there's a bunch of Jews, like we see in Dearborn, Michigan, with a bunch of Muslims that are trying to implement another law into America? Show me a community of Jews that are committing fraud at the level of Somalians. They committed more fraud than we give Israel in funding. They say the number is like $18 billion now that they've defrauded taxpayers in America. And y'all crying about $3.8 million that we give for defense in Israel that they have to spend in America. I want to leave the whole Israel thing alone, but y'all are some silly, sorry, just lunatics when it comes to this. Y'all hate Israel and Jews so much that that's all they talk about. They accuse me of spending, are you getting paid $7,000? I'm just responding to these fools. I don't even want to talk about Israel. I don't live in Israel. I thought Israel was a third world country before I visited 2 years ago. But what are they talking about? At my speech, I didn't even mention Israel. Tucker Carlson, in his speech, what is he doing? But I'm getting paid. He not getting paid. He was just out there in Qatar. And Qatar is known for funding terrorists. The only reason that America partners with Qatar and the reason we have a military base in Qatar is for strategic efforts to benefit America. One of the major reasons that we support Israel is to benefit America. I don't understand how y'all don't get that. And then the fool got, this is what he said. Let's go to his next clip, and I got to say something. Then I'm going to get to my speech. Roll the clip.
We are called to be righteous, but not self-righteous. And we're also called, and I have to say this before opening it up to your hostile questions, we should also be very on guard against people who try to leverage the word of God, the words of Jesus, for political ends. That is a dangerous thing to do. I don't want to do that. And I attempt every time. This is all sort of new to me. I'm so obviously not a great Christian that it's not like a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I want to be like him. But there are people, particularly Christian ministers, I have noticed, who are preaching a political message and pretending that it's the gospel. So let me just say, and I think my theology is right, I'm hardly a theologian.
Clearly.
God is not on any country's side. Certain countries can decide to be on God's side, and that is true for people too.
Oh,
okay?
People? Time out. We know this is a direct reference to Israel. I don't know what Bible you're reading. What Bible are you reading? When you say God is not on any country's side, when you acknowledge God in what you do, you become prosperous because God will bless you. You idiot. This is why America has been as blessed as we have. Look at all the other countries in the world. We are the most free and blessed and prosperous country in the world. Why is that? Because we put God first in the founding of this nation. In God we trust on our money. Our Pledge of Allegiance acknowledges God. Our Constitution of the United States of America alludes to the fact that we have inalienable rights from God. That's a biblical principle.